In this lesson, you will learn what the different possibilities are to structure and customize BDD entities. Here in this session, we will only consider the BDD specification and BDD scenarios. First of all, let's go into the backlog module to see here our BDD specification we have created in the previous session, and it is fully automated. So independently from the automation status, this customization and structure possibility will apply. So just to consider here, we have the BDD scenarios here as well as the full script and the BDD specification. So first of all, let's go into the quality module to see how or what entities are represented there. So let's go into the quality module. And in the quality module, you can see I have already selected a sub area to not overload the data. So now let's go here in this area. And now I will click here on the application modules. And on the right hand side, you have the quick filters. And in the quick filters, when we look at the test subtype, we will identify that now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subtypes. And one of those is BDD scenarios. This also means that the BDD scenarios are represented and at the same level as the test types, this different test type like automated test, manual test, Gherkin test, as well as test scenarios. And the nice thing about this representation is that these scenarios are not completely binded to each other. So I can assign one scenario to a different application module and the other scenario to a complete different application module. So first of all, I have assigned them. They are already in regression. So let's delete it from here. It was a test type, so they are not assigned yet, none of them. So what I can do is I can take them and assign them to the Octane Academy. And just to demonstrate that you can assign also the scenarios to different areas, I can say this also belongs to digital onboarding. So now you can see here, this can be applied, but I will unlink it from there. It does not belong there. So let's unlink it. And this is how you can apply the application modules to the scenarios. And each scenario has details. So you can also create additional fields. You can select the owner. The only thing which is not implemented for the scenario, and this makes sense, is the workflow. The workflow is mainly on the specification level. So once the specification is in design and accepted, automated, delivered, this is what matters. So the scenario workflow is not really something which need to be considered directly here. You can also directly jump to the BDD specification, and on the specification you can see that here you have the scenario as an item, as a transition flow available. So let's go here. You can also link the BDD scenarios to other entities, which is also very important. Compared to Gherkin test, you could only link the defects or other entities to the Gherkin test itself, which was a complete feature file, including all the different scenarios. And here you can really explicitly link to the specific scenario and say that the defect was on that specific scenario instead of the whole specification. So this is also very nice what is provided here. And if we go into the customization, you can see two entities will be there. So BDD specification and BDD scenarios. So on the specification, you can add basically rules, fields, workflow, as well as forms you can define. And on the BDD scenario, you can do the same except the workflow, which is mainly methodology wise also here on this level. So this is basically what Octane provides on customization options. and structuring possibilities, which allows you to create much more and concrete reporting based on the scenario implementation and execution. So it makes life easier for BDD projects.